Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 9. And when I looked, behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash, for blessing me with the Spirit to do this lesson. And scripture I just brought out is going according to the end times. And in the end times, there wasn't going to be any good days. The good days were going to disappear. The joy was going to disappear. It was only going to be mourning, woe, which is destruction, mournings, which is sorrows, and it's just going to be bad news. And here you have, people you're going to hear in this video who's dealing with just that. You see, the harsh reality has hit the people of Babylon the Great, America. It has hit them full how can I say it? It has hit them like a ton of bricks. And here you have Edomites, like we've brought out in the past. Edomites are whining and crying and, trying to put the pieces together as to why their life is in shambles and why their life is going down. So, this whole thing is a judgment from Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shah, and people haven't grasped that yet. The Lord is tearing this place down. As we've said in the past, as we keep saying, because America was not meant to prosper, man. It had a season, and that season is up. So let's play it. Yahweh Shem Al Shah willing, the elect be edified. Shalom.
Man, I'm about to the point to where I'm going to sell all my shit and start living like the Amish. If the economy don't get much better, that's exactly what we're going to do. Gas is too damn high. Groceries too damn high. Everything's just too damn high. It don't matter if you make $100,000 a year anymore. I mean, it's like you making $15 an hour. I mean, good Lord, man. Something's got to give. And you're going to have folks say, well, you got to budget your money better and this and that and other. And while that may have some, play in it, I will say, but good God, at the same time, you can't sit here and tell me that the price of everything ain't gone up, because it has. I mean, this economy is trash, man. Well, you shouldn't have voted for the orange man. I didn't vote for anybody. Something's got to give. We got to do something. This shit crazy.
And lately, I just been so overwhelmed and tired. Like I'm just ready for a time away, a break, a breather, something. Life right now, it just feel like something is steady happening. Rather it be,
and that's the MO of the last days. You're not gonna get a break. Your spirit is gonna be in an unease feeling. Like the dude that was before, he said, you gotta, people say you gotta budget your money, and you voted for this dude and this and that. Well, he said, even if you budget, things are still going up to the point where you're gonna feel like you're overspending. He said he didn't vote for anybody. So, this is the plague that Yahweh Shem Al Shah is putting on the earth, man. And everybody's getting hit by it in different ways.
Work, bills, something in politics. We did this, they did that. This finna go up, can't afford this. Got to figure out how to make this happen. Household, gotta make sure that's in order. Yeah, life feel like I'm straight on a roller coaster, and it's just slinging me forward, and I can't decide to get off. I don't see the end in sight. It's just like, bro, I want a break from life itself right now. I want a chance to actually just step back and breathe. On top of life just being what it is, time moving so fast. Like even when the weekend come, it's like within the blink of an eye, it's gone. To a point, sometimes I don't even want to do nothing just to feel like I'm existing. I don't know if I'm the only one feeling like this, but like, bro, I'm so tired.
And let's play that back. It says America's economy is so bad that it's driving a loneliness crisis as 2/3 skip weddings and dinners to make ends meet. You know, so you can't even take time off to go to a wedding or dinner or do something that's going to give you some type of you know joy joyfulness, man. You can't even enjoy yourself no more. And the Lord said that will happen, man, when you read the book of um what is that? Isaiah 24 and around verse 12, where it says that the Lord will, all joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. So yeah, man. That's what's happening, man. The mirth of the land is gone. Now you heard that Jake before this. He said that, when the weekend comes, it's like it's gone. Like the days are going so fast, man. Well, this is what the Lord said. This is Matthew 24 and 22. It said, I'm gonna start at 21. It said, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." And that's what the world is experiencing, man. Tribulation, right? By ways of wages, financially, socially, all these things that would bring joy to people has turned into tribulation, man. Those things are put on the back burner, and you just gotta work. So what is it doing? It's bringing hell, tiredness, crash outs, overwhelming, feelings and every day, man. That's all it's bringing, man. So the Lord said, let me read that again. Matthew 24 and 21, it said, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world." And this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning, man. It says, "To this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved." So the Lord is shortening the days because things are getting so bad that if the Lord don't intervene and shut this thing completely down, there ain't gonna be no flesh to be saved because all flesh is gonna be corrupted, man. It says, "There should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened," man. So the days are being shortened for the elect's sake. Lord willing, we all have that number. So let's go. says 2/3 of Americans have skipped at least one social commitment in the past 2 years because they just can't afford it. According to the new survey from the CFP board shared with Fortune, the events they're missing out on aren't always luxuries. They're birthday dinners, concerts, holiday gatherings, as well as group vacations and weddings. So things that people would take the time at least to do once a year, they can't even do that, man, because they can't afford it. It says, but in most cases, people hide the real reason they can't accept the invitation. Of those who decline invitations, 56% never told their friends or family that money was the reason they couldn't attend. They probably gave an excuse, oh, I'm tired. I got something to do that day. They just kind of blew it off. But the real reason was, they didn't have the funds to do it. Right? It says, according to the report, CFP board, the professional body for personal financing planners, surveyed more than 1,100 Americans aged 25 to 64 in January for the study. So it's going from young to older people, man. People that are at a retired age, they can't even afford to do anything, man.
Someone explain this to me. A husband goes to work in an office 8 hours a day. A wife goes to work 8 hours a day in an office. The kids go to school 8 hours a day. Everyone feels like they're in a prison institution between the hours of 8 to 5, under yellow fluorescent lights, typing all day long. Then everyone finally comes home, burnt out. The kid has like 3 hours of homework and sports, and you get maybe 2 hours with your family before bed. And then we only get 2 days out of the week where we're completely free to do whatever we want. We used to be outside. We used to be farming, living in communities. Now we're in front of screens all day long, in pointless meetings with micromanaging bosses.
I cannot tell you how many meetings I've been in that have been completely pointless. All of this could have been a 3-sentence email. I have 3 bullet points worth of action items, yet it had to be a 30-minute meeting.
But nope, I have to spend hours every single day in pointless meetings. People in corporate, what else are we using other than Fireflies to not crash out at our job?
I don't know if it's just me, but nothing hits the same no more. And what I mean by nothing, I mean like just everything in general. Family, friends, friendships, holidays, just there's not really a specific category I'm just saying life in general just doesn't hit the same no more. Like, I don't know. I feel like after COVID hit back in 2020, that's when just everything I felt like just went downhill, just with everything in general.
Why does everything feel so weird? Ever since 2026, I wake up, I feel weird. I take a shower, I feel weird. I drive to work in the dark alone, I feel weird. I'm at work, things feel off, I feel weird. I eat lunch, I try to focus on like checking out the news or my computer, and I just feel uneasy. I can't settle in, so to speak. Everything just feels weird. I talk to coworkers, it feels weird. My weekends, I feel weird. I have a hard time falling asleep. I have a hard time waking up. And I don't know what the hell is going on. Is it just me? Does anybody else this year just feel weird? I can't even describe it. I just feel weird. Nothing feels normal anymore. Life doesn't feel normal. Going to the store don't feel normal. Going to work don't feel normal. Watching a movie with your family don't feel normal. Am I normal? Are you normal? What the hell's going on? Everything just feels awkward. and just weird. I don't get it.
What if the reason everything feels fake isn't because you're depressed? What if the environment changed and nobody told you? Like, I really want you to think about it. Like, what if your intuition isn't acting up? What if it's picking up on something that your mind, your conscious mind couldn't fully explain yet? Because listen, people keep saying, I don't feel myself. I don't recognize people anymore. Time feels weird. Nothing excites me the same. And everybody keeps blaming trauma, burnout. What if it's simpler and way scarier? What if the frequency changed? Literally. What if the background signal that we live inside, what if it shifted and the human nervous system hasn't caught up yet? That would explain the anxiety spikes with no trigger. I would explain why your sleep feels off even when you're tired. That will explain why people are disassociating and others are waking up all the way up. Because when a signal changes, the receivers don't all adjust the same. Some people glitch out. Some people start questioning everything. And notice who's struggling the most. People that are glued to their screens. People that are constantly distracted. The people who never freaking sit in silence. Because silence is where you notice the interference. I promise you. And that is why nobody talks about this. Because the moment you sit still long enough to feel it, you can't unfeel it. So if lately you've been craving quiet, nature, solitude, truth, real conversations, if you've been pulling away from the noise instead of chasing it, that's calibration. And before somebody says that's crazy, ask yourself this.
And what you got is the Lord putting unease in the earth, man. The Lord is stirring up, because the scriptures tell you that the kingdom shall be translated from one people to another. So people are holding on to this kingdom so much and so bad, because this is all they got to look forward to. This is their prize. That now that it's not the way it was 10 years ago, they can't cope with that, man. And you see the caption that says something shifted. Yeah, man, the Lord's Spirit. It completely took, the life, and it's taking the life out of Babylon the Great, America. This is Isaiah 24. The brother had it up earlier in the video. Isaiah 24. I'm going to start at 1. It says, behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty and maketh it waste and turneth it upside down. And that's what's happening, man. The world is being turned upside down. It says, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. So everybody is about to be on the same level, man. Right? There's not about to be any financial hierarchy no more, because that's what America is geared around, man. Money, right? So the Lord's gonna take away everything that you people worship and what makes you proud. Verse 3: the land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish, man. So the proud people of Babylon the Great are in languish, are languishing, man. And what does that word languish mean? Right? Languish means to become weak, feeble, or to waste away. It refers to existing in an unpleasant, neglected, or stagnant state, often for a long time. And that's what people are in, man, a stagnant state. You had that one dude said he just feels weird. Right? One dude said nothing hits the same. Everything is just different now. Right? Dude said he was overwhelmed. Right? It's an unpleasant feeling. You know? So this is the scripture speaking, man. Right? It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Yeah, the leaders. The leaders, you know, that the Lord is using, which are these devils, the wicked, right? The earth is defiled under it, man. Meaning this age, this kingdom. It says, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. And these devils, man, they have done wickedness. They're doing wickedness and evil. And in their minds, they look to do more wickedness and evil, man. Right? It says, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Right? The new wine mourneth, divine languishes, and the merry-hearted do sigh, man. You can't go on vacations. You can't, you know, things that you looked forward to year by year. Some people used to travel 2 times a year. Then it went down to 1. Now it's none, man. And then you think to get a break for the weekend, and the weekend feels like 8 hours, man. So people ain't getting a break, man. And this the Lord said was going to happen in the last days. But you see, us in this truth, we have the comfort of the scriptures, man. We have the comfort of this word, right? Bringing out videos, reading the Lord, putting the comfort over his elect. Lord willing, we are of that number. To whereas we don't think like the people of the world, man. We don't look to, burn out to keep a place in Babylon. We know this place is on the decline, right? We know it. Let's go.
When was the last time this many people felt the same unexplainable shift at the same time? Yeah, exactly.
I think part of society's problem is that we just became that's just the way it is type of society. And that's why we're at where we're at today, because of that's just the way it is. Like for example, like when it comes to like prices and rent and all of the things, you get people that's just like, well, that's just the way it is. We just have to deal with it. And that's the problem. See, I'm a why type of person. I ask why, I ask questions, I ask why about the rules, all that type of stuff. My mom always said this since I was little. I like to question rules, because if it don't make sense to me, I want to know why. Why? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And that's the problem. Like, we've just let it go. We let stuff go on for so long, and we just became, well, that's just the way it is. Just because something is that way doesn't mean that it's right. It doesn't mean that it's right at all. A lot of shit that's going on is completely wrong. Completely wrong. And then you got those people that try to make other people feel as if they're wrong for questioning the way things are. And then they try to make you seem like you're a fool for not being a part of the majority. Nah, it won't be me. I will never be a part of the collective. I will never think like the collective. No, I'm gonna go against the rules every time. Every time.
So by the end of this video, you're either going to think I'm a genius or an idiot. And both of your opinions might be true, actually. But I'm going to tell you why. Okay, hold on. I quit my job. I emptied out my 401k. I sold everything that I owned in Florida. Now, that sounds crazy, right? For somebody being only in their 40s. I wasn't happy. I'd been working in a hospital for 10 years, clocking in and out every single day, absolutely miserable, depressed, seeing all these people sick on a daily basis. And I just could not find the positivity. I could not find the good. I kept feeling like, our system is making these people sick, and then we're trying to help them, but then, we give them pills and then they get other side effects. And, I'm literally watching this unfold over 10 years, and I saw my future. I saw me getting caught up, just as so many of my other coworkers have in this system, where we're going to end up no better than these patients laying in the bed. So I said, all right, well, this is not going to work. What else do I have? What's most valuable? My time, my energy, my creativity.
And then you got a lot of people doing that too. They just leaving. They leaving Babylon. Well, she's in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is still considered, a country of America. But yeah, man, people are just checking out. They just like, it's too stressful, it's too overwhelming. I can't do it no more. And the fucking medical field is hella corrupt, man. Like she said, they were making people sick. You go to the hospital to get better, and the hospital and the medical field is making you sick, man. With the BS medication. Right? He said it would fix one problem and make another. It's like a broke down mechanic, a sleazy mechanic, man. I'll fix one problem and make another one just so you keep coming back to him. So people are realizing that Babylon is just a trap, man. It's just a trap. And they're finding out that they can't get out of it. There's no way to get out of it.
Activity, my love, my flow, my passion. And I have long forgotten about that due to children and career and job and money and society and chasing this facade of, having more and more and more. And I could not keep doing it to myself. I was making myself sick. So my youngest turned 18. Now I had found love, good love, after a long period of bad love, but good love. So, when you find the right person, it takes all of your powers and it doubles them. And he wants the same thing I do. And I no longer wanted to stick with that mentality of working to live instead of living to work. I wanted my time back. I wanted my life back. So we came up with a plan. We paid off all of our debts and everything just completely lined up. And now, we have several years where we don't have to work. And this is the idiot part. We don't have insurance, but I'm betting on my health. You know why? Because I paid so many years into medical insurance and I never used it. Nobody talks about how many years you have medical insurance. If you're a healthy person, you don't use it. It's sitting there doing nothing. So I'm like, you know what? Forget that. I don't need insurance. If something happens, I'll figure it out. Because I paid so much into a system that I never got anything out of. I paid so much into a car insurance that I never got anything out of. And I'm so tired of paying into these systems just in case, out of fear of something happening. So I said, forget it. I'm done. You know what? I don't need that. Is it risky? Yeah. I'm taking a bet on myself. I'm taking a bet that I can figure out in several years in a very relaxed, beautiful setting while living my best life, while I have peace and no stress. I will figure out how to make money. But there's no rush. I clocked out. I'm done. You guys can have it. You can have your Stanley Cups. You can have whatever. Keep it. I just want off the treadmill. That's all. And so I guess I'm an idiot because I have so many people in my comments being like, how can you? Whoa, you're dumb. Why would you? I gave up a great career making fantastic money to bet on myself. Kind of crazy, right? Really stupid, I know. Find your joy, guys.
I saw this creator on here say that he's not depressed, but life just doesn't give him satisfaction. I think that's the word he used anymore. Like it just, again, I gotta agree with bro. Like I'm not depressed, but like nothing is doing it for me. You know what I mean? Going to the gym, I do it because it's like brushing my teeth at this point.
And Jake, Jake is used to being at the bottom. Jake is used to not having none, but the Lord said this is going to be a time like never before was on the earth, man. So, ways that you thought to make money, hustles, something as simple as just getting in your car and driving somewhere is going to be a thing of the past, man. Because a lot of Jakes, they've gotten very proud here in Babylon the Great as well. And the Lord is going to crush the pride, right? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8, one of my favorite scriptures. 2nd Ezra 8:50, it says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride, man. So he said he's not depressed, but soon everybody on the planet, man, that is not the elect, that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is not dealing with, right? All of you that despise this word and trust in oppression of you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, because you are the Israelites, right? You're going to be in a pitiful case, man. You're going to be miserable, right? And we're not wishing that on our people. This is something that the Lord said would happen to the ones that don't return unto him, man, that don't repent, right? So it ain't us. It's Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man.
Go to the gym because I'm supposed to, like I said, like I brush my teeth, like I take a shower. Getting money, of course I'm still getting to the money or whatever, but like money, I mean, again, I'm getting money because I have to, you know what I mean? Talking to women don't really do it for me anymore. And before I get the gay comments, I still like women, okay? It's just that it does not give me any type of excitement like it used to. Like talking to a new girl that used to excite me. Now I'm more so thinking to myself whenever I try to talk to a new woman, it's like, okay, for how long? You know what I mean? Like, how long is this going to last before either she switches up or it just inevitably ends? Like, how long? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I can like you for a while, but then what? You know what I mean? Playing games, video games is like, it's cool. Like, I guess, like, whatever. It's not nothing crazy. Watching TV, cool. Movies, and for everyone that's going to tell me to go to church, I'm in church so much. Again, I don't think I'm depressed. I'm just, life feels
And your church ain't telling you the answers. If you're in the Christian church, they ain't giving you the answers, man. They're not telling you what's happening. They're not telling you what the future of America is, man. They're not.
like I'm here. You know what I mean? Like I'm just here. You know what I mean? I'm just here.
Does anybody else feel like they're going insane right now? Your gas prices are going up. Healthcare is unaffordable. Your food prices are ridiculous. 50-year mortgages is a thing. Everything around you is fake. Your food's fake. Poison. Water's poison. Sky's poison. Your E-Files people are still among us, ruling over us, knowing what they've done. We're still going to work. Every day, same routine. The burnout, man. I just see it on everybody's faces. You can't talk to nobody. Nobody at work wants to have a conversation about what's going on in the world. And then you go to a gas station or a grocery store and you just see people. It's like zombies. It's like everybody's under a spell.
And that's what it is, man. I see it as well. People don't have that look on their face that they once had, man. It's a draining, zombified look, right? That's what it is. And people are trying their best to hide it, but you can't hide it, man. You can, people are looking for some release, and they're not gonna get it, man, because this place is like having a 200-pound weight on your back and on your shoulders, man, and you're just walking around with it. You had the Northern Kingdom woman move back to Puerto Rico, man. She says she's living her best life. So here, especially in the city, right, the major cities in America, LA, New York, Washington, those types of cities, it's even worse, man. And then you add in the pay in these other cities that are not major cities. It's bad as well because everybody's pretty much on the same level. You live somewhere that's major, the pay is good, but everything is higher than you live in somewhere where it's like on the outskirts and your pay is less. The cost of living is less, but the pay is less. So it adds up to the same thing, man. You're not escaping. It's on your back.
Just burnt out, oblivious to what's going on. I mean, every freaking day it's breaking news. It's got to the point where we've taken our kids out and homeschooled them, moved back to our property, learn how to homestead, grow our own food, prepare for the end of the world.
And that's what you end, the end of the world. So let me get this and we're going to close out. This is Isaiah 24. I'm going to continue. In verse 8, it says, the mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harps cease. So ain't nobody having a good time, man, living here. Don't let people fool you making posts and 30-second shorts and laughing and joking and playing the part according to the world and in the eyes of the world. But once them cameras go off, you breaking down, man. It says, they shall not drink wine with the strong drink. Salakia. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it, man. Yeah, and the realization is hitting them, man. Right? That good old American dream, right, is nothing but a American nightmare. It says the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. Yeah, nobody want to be here. They thinking of an exit plan, man. There is crying for wine in the streets. Yeah, what's going on? What is going on? Why is things like this? Why everything going up? Why is everything going up? Why can't I go on vacation? Why can't I enjoy myself? Right? Everybody want to know why. It said, there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone, man. Right? The mirth of the land is gone. There's no more joyous times no more, man. You see the caption, nothing makes sense. It makes a lot of sense to us because we know that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is tearing this place apart, man. And like I said earlier, this is only the beginning. So, hey, man, we just going to watch and as well as pray and just watch this place fall, man. This is why we keep telling you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans to seek Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The Lord said, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. This is not your rest. You Israelites, this is not your rest, man. Right? It said it's going to destroy you even with a sore destruction, man. So you can deny the warning and not take heed to the warning, but man is going to reality is going to storm on you, man. Reality is going to storm on you and you ain't going to have no protection. So, I'm going to leave it there. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing. The elect was other Father. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, for blessing me with the Spirit to do this lesson. To the next one, Shalom.
Called crazy for that. I mean, can you not see the signs written on the wall? this thing that we're doing right now, this system that we've lived our whole life, it's unsustainable, people. It's not going to last forever. We're almost $40 trillion in debt. It's gonna be some hard times coming, and we're gonna have to get uncomfortable, and I just hope everybody wakes up to it and gets a little bit ahead before it happens.